Hey y'all, I'm Kelsey. I wanted to come here today and share my story, what it's like to been on 0.5 Clonazepam. Here we go. Just a warning, I have really bad memory. That's not even funny. So about a year and a half ago, I started Clonazepam. I've been off of it for 8 or 9 weeks. I've kind of lost track how many days I've been off of it, but I'm off of it. But I started taking it because I was at the point in my life, I had a kid 3 weeks prior to that. I had a very traumatic event happen in my life. Before that, I was having thyroid symptoms. And if you have a thyroid or autoimmune disease, you know it's not fun. I mean, the symptoms are horrific too. But anyways, see? It's so frustrating. But anyways, I've been off 8 or 9 weeks, I believe. And the first 2 weeks were horrific. I was bad vertigo, dizziness, severe anxiety, severe panic attacks. I was puking. I just recently stopped vomiting about 2 weeks ago. But ever since I've been off of it completely, and I tapered over 6 months. Slow taper. I mean, completely slow taper. And I'm still getting sick. And every now and then I still gag, feel like I'm going to puke. It has not been a fun experience for me. For the first month, couldn't get out of my house. I tried to check myself in somewhere, but thank the Lord, I didn't meet their criteria. But I did sign up for their outpatient thing, which is group therapy, which I've been in the last 2 weeks, and it has helped. But this last week, I don't know if I'm in a wave or what the hell's going on, but I'm having bad depersonalization. I can hear myself talk. It's extremely loud. Everything's loud. My eyes hurt extremely bad. I'm tired. I want to sleep all the time. I feel more alive in my dreams than I do awake. I don't even feel like I'm here right now. I'm having such bad depersonalization and brain fog. I'm having really bad stiffness in my neck, my head. It just feels like somebody has wrapped something around my head and like squeezing the tar out of it. But my symptoms ever since stopping Clonazepam, which they were worse on the pill, because the pill actually made me start having panic attacks. I didn't have panic attacks prior to taking it until I started about 4 months in, and then 4 months after taking the pill, I was like, man, my thyroid must be messed up. I blamed everything on my thyroid till one day I got on the internet and read about this, and I'm like, oh, this all makes sense. But I will never understand why a doctor or pharmaceutical people, my brain does not want to work, so excuse if I don't even say something right, why they would want to give something like this to us, like we're animals. We're not animals, we're people. We have families, just like them. We have families to take care of. We have kids to raise. We have a life to live. And I feel like after taking this, has limited me to a lot. I couldn't get in the vehicle for the first month. My husband finally had to put me in, and I cried, I screamed, I cried. I actually tried to jump out of the truck because I literally thought I was going to die in the truck, which makes no sense, because if I jump out of the truck, that's where I'm going to die, not staying in the truck. Which, I don't know. It's just a huge phobia that came over me. I don't like going nowhere. Like today, we were supposed to take the kids to the park. And yesterday, I was supposed to take my kids to this fun place. And my husband has to do it all by himself because I mentally can't do it this week. And it's frustrating because it's taking a toll on him. It's taking a toll on our relationship. It's taking a toll on my children. I don't want to be this person. I want to be the super mom that I was before. I was the mom that we went and done something every day. We had big sleepovers. I would have parties, Halloween parties. I would do this. And I'm not the person I was. And I hope one day I will recover and I will be a better person than I ever was. But I want to share the hell that I'm going through, that everybody that's coming off benzos go through. It's not a fun experience. It's like you're holding on to a rope for dear life and hoping you can survive day by day. Because you're so mentally and physically ill, it's not even funny. And your family doesn't know what to do. Because you have doctors saying, oh, it's out of your system, it shouldn't be there, then why the heck do I feel this way? You're the smart one that went to school, blah, blah, blah. Well, apparently doctors aren't smart, in my opinion, anymore. If I find a doctor that, which I have, to be honest, so this last week I went to a psychotherapist, if I said that right, and he told me, he goes, that is the worst drug to be on. I don't understand why the doctors put people on it. It makes people worse. He said, you will heal, but it will take a long time. And I feel I'm a very impatient person, and I feel like I don't have time. I don't have time to miss with my kids. I don't have this time. Life is so short. Where do I find time to heal and be the parent I need to be and want to be? Where do I find time to heal and be the wife that I need to be and want to be? I mean, I'm not who I am. I was a fun, outgoing person. I'm so depressed. Never been depressed in my life. I hate my life sometimes because I'm so miserable. This is the most miserable thing I've ever been through. I don't wish it on my worst enemy. I don't wish it on nobody. If I could take it away from every person that's suffering benzo and do it all by myself, I would. I seriously would. And I don't wish it on nobody. And I hope one day, just like, which I'm not trying to bring anything political up, but, you know, Trump signed that opiate crisis. I hope to God that he does something to no more opiates are allowed to be put out as prescriptions from doctors. No more benzos. No drugs like that. And then you have people that were on this drug that just had insomnia, never had anxiety in their life. Why the hell do you give somebody an antipsychotic? I mean, I don't understand that. Give somebody antipsychotics, that's not even psychotic. They're not even psychotic people. I think psychotic people become psychotic because doctors prescribe these pills that are supposed to help. But in all in reality, they make everybody worse. They don't help. They make everybody worse. To the point that people can't even function or live their lives anymore. And it's sad. It's sad to watch all the friends I have made on Facebook, what they're going through. And people are going through it worse than I am. What I'm mostly struggling with now is mentally, and I think mentally pain is worse than physical pain. Golly, I'd rather have a freaking broke ankle. At least I know the pain's right there and not in my head, all through my body, because you're so depressed. You have such bad anxiety. You're panicked. You don't know how to live your life. You want your old self back, and you try to dig that hole so deep to find who you are and who you was, but you can't, because these pills have messed me up and messed everybody else up that has been on them. And yeah, of course, doctors are like, well, you have a chemical imbalance. You need them. Well, no shit. I didn't have a chemical imbalance until you gave me an antipsychotic pill, and a pill that is very addicting. Addicting that it ruins the GABA in your brain. It ruins everything in your brain, and your body just wants more. And yes, it's worse than heroin. I watched my sister come off drugs, but she's been clean for a very, very, very long time. And I thought that was horrific. But you know what? She was back to her old self not even 2 or 3 weeks later. I even asked her. I said, did you go through all this? And she said, no. She goes, I've never took pills in my life. She goes, I don't know what it's like to withdraw from them. And she can honestly see that I'm having a hard time, which is frustrating because your family doesn't know what to do. They want to send you to these places to help, but the doctors don't even know what to do for you there. They just want to give you more pills. I don't want pills. I want my life back. And I believe that we deserve our life back. And I believe that, see, short-term memory. And that's another thing. Why give a pill to somebody that causes dementia? These pills ruin people's lives. These pills ruin families. They ruin everything. Any pill does, in my opinion. Any pill, any drug, any alcohol, it ruins everybody somehow in some way. But I guess a positive note, when we all survive this, we'll have our stories shared, and we're here to help others and warn others about the situation, and not to, hopefully, that nobody else has to go through it like we're going through it.